I'm Saylor from Idaho, and right now I'm on Smith Island in the Chesapeake Bay. I'm here for this crab right here. This is the female blue crab. I believe the blue crab is the most advanced crab on Earth. And I'm going to try to convince Hollywood to make a movie about a giant blue crab. Okay, let's get serious. This is why I believe the blue crab is the most advanced crab on Earth. Most crabs have poor eyesight. The blue has excellent eyesight. They're swimmers. Look at their back legs. They're shaped like paddles. A tagged blue crab was found to have traveled 35 miles in 48 hours. They do have an intelligence level. A Smith Island waterman in the 1950s described the crab. They're tough, clever, and they're always trying to fool you. They're mean little bastards. Here's another thing. The male crab makes a good husband. A crab grows by squirming out of its shell. It's called molting. It takes about 2 days for the new and larger shell to form. Sex occurs when the female crab has just molted. The male crab stays with the female, protecting her until her new shell hardens, so she can protect herself. No other crab is known to do this. We're talking with Tim Marshall of Smith Island. And he's just gave me some bad news that nobody's out on the water looking for crabs because the wind's blowing too hard. And now he's said that he's going to go out. And he says, yeah, come on along, but it's going to be rough. Is that what you're saying there, Tim?
That's exactly. It's going to be real rough.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to do. We're looking for a female crab.
See, this time of the year is too early. I mean, the crab scrapers haven't even started yet. Yeah, I told you to come around the end of May.
I know you did, and I said, God, I'm 78 years old. I don't have that much time.
Well, you're 78?
Yes,
yes. I've never known it.
Well, thank you. Let me take my hat off and you see how bald I am. Okay, here's a crab pot. Okay.
See, that's what we caught just off of the dock. Well, see, there's female crabs, but they're little peeler crabs. They ain't shedded yet, but they'll soon be shedding.
Well, I'm looking at some of them do have the pink fingernails, which is female, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can just use that.
But they've not shedded yet.
Well, what does that mean? I like this one right here.
These crabs will shed, and then they'll get a little bigger. Then they'll shed a few more times until they become the full-grown sook female crab. So tell me what to do.
Well, how long do you think we'll be on the water?
Hopefully not too long.
Okay, 2 hours maybe?
I'm hoping less than that.
Okay, let's do it. What the heck? It's not like I have anything else to do over here.
Do you think you want to try using some of these?
Let's go out on the water, and then if we can't find anything, then by God, we'll use one of these here. We'll get it done. Okay, this is Tim's collection of all kinds of artifacts. Man, you've got a serious collection here.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. Well, since I was a youngster. Better light in here.
You were telling me about you had something that was...
Yeah, here's one that the Smithsonian came to me. This one right here. And they give me this, Dennis Stanford, a famous paleontologist, borrowed that spearhead I found and took it to France and Spain and compared it to Salutrian spearheads found over in France and Spain. And he brought this back with my point included. See how that's a French Salutrian type? And these points date over 22,000 years ago. And here's one that was found up at Epps Island at the James River. And then there's one that I found. It's a perfect match.
22,000 years
Yeah.
ago, that they had, you mentioned earlier, saber-toothed tigers around.
Yeah, there were woolly mammoth. These people hunted woolly mammoth, saber-toothed tigers, and there's Clovis points. These here, that's one I found 2 weeks ago.
Which one?
That one.
Right there.
Now these points have been found embedded in the bones of extinct woolly mammoth. That's how you know when you find one of these, you know it dates back to the last ice age.
Okay.
The hell of it is, they're really rare to find.
Oh, yeah.
I've only found 6 of them in over 40 years of hunting. But anyway, these other points, they're like, these are Palmer, Kirk, and Amos points. They date around 10,000 year, early Archaic, 10,000 years. Bifurcated points, these date 9,500 to 8,000 years ago.
Who was here?
Susquehanna broad points, these date 3,500 to 4,000 years ago.
That's back when they're...
Meadowwood, these date 30-some hundred years old. Jack's Reefs, these Indians were, it's a neat culture, the Jack's Reef. Anyway, these date around 1,000 to 1,500 years old.
Is that right?
But yeah, those people were kind of adventurous, those Indians, during that time period. They fished and anyway, you get find a lot of archaic type stuff.
This is really impressive, Tim.
Yeah, I've been doing this since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Except I stuck to it. Hell, me and Jerry Smith was the one that started going arrowhead hunting. But Jerry, he didn't stick to it like I did. But anyway, he's more into whatever he's into.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really into finding stuff.
Well, we thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I know I probably wouldn't be walking around, oh, look at this. Here's, you know, so yeah, we appreciate you.
So, there's a big old, it's a big 6-inch one I found.
Yeah, yeah.
Called a Savannah River Point.
Well, this is
Anyway,
really
that's the
impressive.
kind of stuff you need to be filming. People really get into this. Hell, I got an artifact page with thousands of people on there. I'm real famous, apparently, for this stuff.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're a famous guy? Let me come in very
Apparently
close.
I am.
Yeah. Well, thank you for inviting me in here. I hadn't expected this. Yeah. Okay. This is Jerry's boat right here. I'm sorry. I got you confused with, you know, I want to go down.
That's who you should be talking to, Jerry.
This is Tim's boat, and we're going out on the water, and he keeps saying it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Okay. Ed. Oh man. This is rough. This is rough.
That's the way we like it. It can be that.
Well, Tim, I've got a complaint here. Even though we felled here, Why didn't you tell me this was going to be a rough trip? What the hell's the matter with you, man?
I told you, Southwesters are a bitch.